Hello, this is building your Zunal web quest with William Hopper. Okay, as you can see, this is the Zunal welcome page, and as you see, it lists right there some of the best features about Zunal. Like that it's free, it's interactive. You can create them as an individual or a group, and it's all pretty basic. You don't have to worry about codes. You can share it through multiple social platforms. You can add quiz, tests, rubrics, photo galleries. As you can also see, you want to check out previous users and see what they've done over here. You can see that with the on the right hand side. On the left hand side, the web quest menu. You can choose what type of area you want to do a web quest for. Even as you scroll down, you can see the most visited sites. If you're interested in that, because one of the things that it allows you to do, you can use other web quests that people have created. You can keep scrolling down, and you can see some of the most favorite ones that people have visited and really liked. As one of the good features too, you can take a web quest and do changes. So to start out the course, you want to register. This is the Zunal register page. So you can skim in, just like you do anything else. You type your first, last name, choose what gender you are, put in your email, password, confirm your password, and all that basic stuff. And then you hit create your account. So as you see here, you have your profile page. You can put your own picture on there. It has your down here basic information, your email, where you live, what type of work you're doing. In this case, a graduate student. How long you've been a member. If you want to, you can add your school information on the right-hand side menu. On the left-hand menu, you see all the basics that you'll come to when you log in. Your profile, if you want to make any changes to that. If you've made web quests before, you can click on this and go to any of your web quests. Any web quests that you viewed, you can save as favorites and then come back to that if you want to use it in the future. And of course, creating your own web quest, and then of course if you're part of a group, you can be part of that. And it even tells you down here how many web quests you have and what you're able to do. You have a limit of 50, and you can go from there. And we will, of course, click on create a web quest. We have the choices: create a web quest from scratch, or you can take an existing web quest, even ones that were made by other people, and take it and adapt it and make it your own. So in this case, we will create a web quest from scratch. So we'll click on that, and that will take us to that page. And so the first thing that pops up is asking for a web quest title. And so you would go in there and type that in, and we'd hit create web quest. And this takes us then to the title page, or the opening page of your web quest. And so you see there's our title right there. And then notice here's your main menu on the left hand side. You have your welcome screen, introduction, task, process, evaluation, conclusion, and then there's a teacher page. And so each one of those you can build, and everything's built in for you. Notice some of these are directly from Dodge's 6 points, introduction, process, evaluation, conclusion. A couple things that aren't in there directly, like guidance, but that can be in there as you do the process and task and those things to help guide the kids as you give explanations within task and process and evaluation. Those work there. Now each page looks like this. It has whatever page you're on is there. In this case, welcome page. You can add an image if you want. And then the welcome page, description, and you can update that, and we'll do that in a second. And a key thing here with Zunal is that, of course, for each type of page, you can add resources, and you do that by simply clicking on the add resources, and it gives you your choices of what you want to add. You can add a content section, you can add a title and text if you want, built directly into it. You can add a website URL, link. You can attach other files that you've made, both from your computer. You can attach photos from your computer, and all those are just basic things you can add. And each page will have that. This menu will be on each and every page, so we can add. So we have that option throughout the whole process, which is really nice, and it's built right in there for you. So looking at the welcome page, you can update this, and so you just hit update, and it takes you to this page, which then it already has your title. You can type in a description of your project. Of course, then you can go and choose your grade level, and in this case, it'd be 9 to 12. This webcast be targeted to 11th and 12th graders in history. Choose your area of study. That would be social studies, and if you want, you can add keywords that help others find it. And then, of course, hit Save Now when you're all done with that information, and that will then save it. So this would be an example then of our completed welcome page. So as you can see here, I've updated an image, add an image to it, and if I want to change it, I can always change it at any time. And here's all our basic information, the title, description of what the students are going to be doing. They're going to make a wiki presentation about one of the major nations, exploration and settlement of the New World. And there's our grade level, the curriculum, keywords, aids of exploration, web quest, and it gives your author information. And down here, I used the add resources button and added a video about the aids of exploration as kind of a starting point to give students kind of some background information. And if I wanted to add anything else, I could go down there and do that as well. Okay, so the next thing on the list would be the introduction, and actually you can do any of these in any order you want, but let's follow in the right order. As you see here, one nice feature too with all the other parts of the web quest, it gives you like hints as you go to each page and just tell you what the purpose is for and how you should maybe go about doing it, which is kind of a nice feature, especially for people that are new at it. So this is our introduction. As we know, that's one of the big things in Dodge's 6-part plan for WebQuest. And once again, I can add an image, and notice once again I have the add resources bar, so I can add URLs or anything else that I might find pertinent for this project. This is what the completed introduction page would look like. You see there and their image, and I give a description, an introduction, letting students know what this web quest is totally going to be about. They're going to have groups. They're going to research a European nation that colonized the New World. They're going to focus, and they're going to research different reasons, motivations, culture, geography, government, economics. And then members of each team will be an expert in one of those areas. And then it'll talk about what they're going to be focusing on, what skills, research, understanding, evaluation, analyzing, collaboration, all those things. Notice also now I used those add resource buttons and added numerous links, URLs for them as a starting point for their web quest. And now we'll look at task, and of course they'll tell them what things they can use and nations they can choose from when they get to groups and so forth. So once again, task is one of those important things described in Dodge's plan. Next would be process. And so this one's more detailed. And once again, I added an image there. It always helps to have an image. We said try to have an image on each page. In this one, on the process, we're going to go over a step-by-step idea of what they need to do. So the first step, choose groups. Second step, each member of the group choose their area expertise. And then listed here different areas of expertise they should have within the group. And now, depending on the size of the groups, you have a couple people working on an area, but if the groups are small enough, each one can have their own, and maybe double up on a couple of those. And step 3, do the research, do the wiki, and then it kind of tells you for each area what they should do specifically when they do the research, what they should be looking for, cartography, and what each one needs to do. And then step 4, create the wiki page, and 5, following publication, we'll make a chart comparing each of the nations in the New World. And then there's evaluation. And Zunal has rubrics kind of set up for you. So all you need to do is add the information they want each rubric. So we notice here we have 4 different categories, and then the description on the level of each one, and the percentage you want for if you want to have some categories be more weighted than others. Another factor is like the conclusion, and that's built right in. And so on the conclusion page, just kind of give a overview of what the students have just done, maybe give some more interesting ideas for them to think about after they completed their project, and let them know that this is the end of the web quest. And once again, you see all the features are there as well. And then the final one is a teacher page. And of course, because Zunal is a shareable site, you could have other teachers that may want to do a project along the side, and they see yours, and this kind of gives them a basic idea who it's for. It can be used for classes from 9th to 12th grade. We give a general time frame of how long you should think it should take, and tools. That's pretty much it. So as you see, Zunal is fairly easy. It's very user friendly, and it's free, which is a big plus. Well, thank you, and hopefully this is helpful for you and help you start your road in web questing.